Now, note for any viewers out there that these two upgrades do not cancel each other out.
Just
They
adds
can
more
influence
dice.
the dice. Yes.
Yeah, more dice.
Ooh! 3
You
successes and 2 threats.
You
Tem-
hit him, but like knock his body into the fucking panel anyway.
So that's 12 damage. And so Tem levels his rifle, aiming at center mass, just like he always teaches his recruits, and he says, "That's Captain Cloudhiker to you," and fires.
You're not a cap. Oh! And then Hadris's body does slump forward into the console.
Criff.
And the klaxons go off. The mood lighting activates. It's very red. Exactly so. And I mean, it's fair to say that's probably the alarm, but it's probably also the countdown towards the force field deactivating.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So at that point, we'll actually exit combat, and you guys get to resolve that problem.
What's the status of the... I was about to say drawbridge.
The drawbridge has been raised.
Drawbridge of our ship.
That's right.
Although,
it is pulled up over the moat.
At this point, we can probably lower the drawbridge because...
You can. It is effectively the top of another round, and it will be like a round and a half before the force field like pops out of existence.
All right. I'm just going to say, Vec, Brew, move it.
What about me? Natet says from behind the table.
Yeah, that's Brew.
I thought your name was Brew.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the dead man here. And I don't think this is the voice I used last time.
You've been through a lot in the past 20 minutes. Let's go.
This man died.
Vec like looks over her shoulder. We don't have time for this. Rhodian, move.
Hey, no need to be angry, Two Brain.
And he scuttles right after Dr. Vec.
You know what? Fuck this guy. Vec is gonna take her medkit and use it as an improvised weapon on the Rhodian.
Yeah, if you want to roll that, you certainly can.
This is really not the time.
Do I get any wonderful boosts or upgrades for blindsiding him with a medkit?
If you use a light side point, you can get an upgrade. You can get a boost die though.
I don't think the force is necessary with this, so I'm not gonna invoke the light side point. Purple. There's like a rule for improvised melee. I'll just make a melee check straight out.
Yeah,
we can work with that. We can just. I'm not really trying to like hurt him or actually deal damage.
You know what? I'm gonna check the book. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, I was summoning up all my cup noodle trivia.
Oh, there we go. Page 225. Improvised weapons, small, medium, and large. With my weapon has the medkit is an encumbrance of 4, so I think
it's large.
Yeah,
that's big. It's girthy.
So I have a bronze score of 2. The improvised weapon adds +3 damage on top of that.
Oh.
It's like this medkit is.
So Natet goes down like a house of cards.
It's 5 damage. He has no soak.
Nah, he's just a science dude.
Oh, that's great. I love this image. Dr. Vec, like, basically, like blinks, like, what did you call me? And the entire, like, med kit.
They just, like, collides with his midsection. He's like, oof! And then he topples right over. And it's all happening very fast. He might be knocked out. He may just have the wind knocked out of him.
Fuck!
Medkit's like dead now.
Tem runs over and attempts to, well, like, in these moments, can I tell if he's out or if he's just winded?
You can probably roll a medicine check.
All right. What difficulty?
It'll just be average for you.
Okay.
You see
By
a
this
lot
time-
of guys lying down on the job.
Jason and our watcher probably hit the drawbridge
One
controls
success.
to start lowering them again.
He is knocked out.
Okay. I try and get him into a fireman's carry.
All right, roll your athletics for me. No, I'm just kidding. You can pick him up.
I mean, I can do it if you want, but
No,
sure.
no.
Okay. I get him into a fireman's carry, and I'm hustling for the ship behind Vec, making sure that she's getting there as well.
Yeah. That is gonna give like Vec just like starts mumbling, like not that anyone could fucking hear it over the klaxons. Like, oh, she's actually impressed and like surprised that she was able to do that. Like, oh, really good. My training's paid off.
She's finding new strengths within herself.
Yeah. And wow, the Rhodian physiology is incredibly weak, weaker than I had suspected.
Yeah, so the ramp's probably about halfway down, and it's kind of Star Wars, so things are already starting to slide across the hangar bay towards space, even though the force field isn't completely gone yet. It's kind of flickering in and out.
Watcher holding the sword looks to Thrum and says, you can stay here if you want, but Tem might kill you.
I don't really want to go out right now. It kind of sounds like the force field's about to go down.
Yeah, definitely. That's what that means.
And yeah, I can't breathe in space.
Really?
I'll vouch for you. I mean, I promised you.
Will
I
you,
said
Jason?
you wouldn't die, so I'm gonna talk to him about it.
All right. Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Watcher says this while holding the sword, like the blade of the sword.
All right, please roll coordination for me.
Like, careful. No, okay.
You don't need to.
I'm going to do it anyway.
All right, do it then. Average difficulty with 4 setback dice.
Wow.
Why 4?
Arbitrary number. No, I'm just kidding.
With 40 setback dice.
I do it.
Yeah, he does it.
You're holding it by the blade, but you're not cutting yourself.
I avoid being edgy.
That's right. No edgelords here.
All right. Are we able to get Vec and onto the ship?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I could just vent you, I guess, and tell you to make a new character.
All right,
Well,
so Tem and Vec get onto the ship. Tem dumps Natet's body. Is like, see to him, Vec. If he's dead, you're in trouble. And then he takes the one end of his standard issue grappling hook and slams it onto the wall there inside the ship. Then runs outside to grab Hadris's gun from the floor near the ship here.
Ooh.
Damn.
I feel like. All right, let's just go cinematic for this. Tell me how it goes down, Tim.
All right, so this is a very stupid decision, but Tem just really wants something to remember this by for a variety of reasons. And this is a complicated part of his past that he's dealing with. He runs out, he sees the gun, and it's starting to slip towards the force field as it's deactivating, and he dives for it, which is something he normally wouldn't do because it's a dumb move. But he dives for it, and like the gun is just out of reach, and he's clawing for it, and just as it's about to get sucked all the way out into space, he gets a finger on it, pulls it into his hand, and then yanks back the button on his belt that reels in the grappling hook, and that slams him back into the ship hard though, and like really rattles him. So he's kind of like, he's got the gun, holding it barrel first in his fist, but he slumps to the floor in the cargo hold of the ship there, and looks a little bit dazed. So he doesn't notice Trum just yet.
And it's at that point that the ramp closes behind Tem, and everything inside is vented out into space. You see the bodies of Hadris floating away, and then moments later, Flobeth also spirals majestically into space. A whole lot of barrels, dog meat, the fern, the Segway, everything goes. And then some stuff from the next hangar over starts coming through as well. Now, the ship is probably like maglev down, so it's not just going to drift out and float away. So you guys are in the ship.
Watcher's going to look right at Tim and say, "That was really stupid."
Vec is gonna look up from her kneeled pose next to the stupid Rhodian, Jason and Watcher and the Chiss, and see Watcher holding the blade by the blade.
He's doing it very carefully.
Yes, it says, "Let's get going." Yes, pilot.
Yeah, sure. And Jason's gonna reach up, pet the list monkey that's on his shoulder. Yeah, he's still there, guys.
Oh man,
The Plip lives.
What's his name again?
Plip, I think. I forget. Plip.
I mean,
It is now.
It is now.
If
You remember
if
what
you-
his name is? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, viewers.
His name's gonna change every single
I think so.
episode.
Because he doesn't like some of the names that Jason comes up with, so Jason keeps trying new names. And for her part, Trum just kind of gestures for Watcher to turn the blade around. Other way, dear. Other way.
Ah, right. The grip.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe I can teach you sometime. We'll see.
Tim
Yeah.
kind of looks up suddenly and notices the Chiss lady, and he's like, "You?"
Yeah, hi. I think what you did just then was brave and heroic.
Don't spit a load of Minot criff at me. He starts
Charmed
to.
him. She gonna
Just-
charmed him.
He doesn't take very well to flattery.
She's gonna charm him, damn it.
Okay,
Oh, God. Oh,
my
God, she
cool
doesn't
is
charm.
1 yellow and 2
Charm.
green.
That's a remarkable amount of cool.
Yeah, I'm a battlefield commander, Smug.
Aren't we a fancy bastard?
Yeah.
1 yellow and 2 green.
That's 1 red and 2 purple on your side, I think, right? Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if
Okay.
I can beat the odds.
She rolls a despair. Tim just shoots her.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Oh. Tim,
Yeah, she's an alien, and maybe it doesn't go so well.
Tim's not that racist. He did fight in the
Isn't
Republic.
he?
In that case, just based on that failure, then it sounds like what the response that Tim, don't give me that load of.
You know, Tim he's got Hadris's gun by the barrel, and he sort of does a little flip with it so that it's in, he's holding it by the hilt and clicks it over to stun and points it straight at her and says, "You can put the binders on yourself, or I can stun you first."
And I would much prefer not to be stunned, so whoever's got the binders, by all means, just pass them over, and we can have a nice chat if you want.
I don't think I have binders on me.
It'd be like, watch your binders.
Yeah, Watcher. Watcher totally has binders on his person at this very moment.
Yep,
Oh,
he
good.
sure does. Perfect use. I mean, I would have also just accepted you guys have binders in your
Yeah,
ship.
that's
Yeah,
what-
I was gonna say,
you
can get them
Watcher
from,
get
like-
the binders, but turns out Watcher had the binders right on him for no reason.
No.
You don't
I
need to know
think-
why.
Yeah, we don't need to know why Watcher
No,
carries
what-
the binders around.
I think,
What he was
I think-
smuggling in that compartment.
Yeah, well, see, that's just it, right? So he just happened to be in that compartment because that's what he's into. He likes to bind himself and hide himself, and that's how that went down.
See how quickly he can escape from the situations he puts himself in.
He has a side hobby of trying to do Houdini tricks.
That's right, and we're gonna punch him in the stomach later.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Too
Too
soon.
soon.
I mean, that was his trick.
I don't think that was his trick. I think
His
that was
trick.
a tragic accident.
He wasn't prepared. That's why he died.
Some trick.
Yeah, because like some dude just like walked up and was like, "Hey, Houdini!" Wham! It's like the first bro ever. The more you know.
Well, that makes sense.
So she will, if Watcher doesn't do it, if Watcher just hands it over, she will just expertly slap the binders on herself and display them. All right, there we go.
Tim grunts and takes off his helmet. He puts the blaster in one of the weapons lockers down here. Yeah, fine. Maybe you can help us out too.
I think I'd like that.
I'll go make us all some cup noodle.
Oh, that sounds good.
I'm starving, but not enough for a whole home-cooked meal.
Vec wrinkles her nose in disgust.
Reminds me of the MREs we used to eat back in the Republic Army.
Watcher goes and does that thing.
Yeah, I mean, we don't, like, it's not like we have a jail. Should we move to the ship map? Can you put us on there, please?
I could probably do that.
We don't need to have a jail. We
So,
just
yes,
kept you, dude.
we have a jail. I built it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know.
And everyone just like climbs onto the top of it.
It's made of
Does
like
J-
mattresses and bars and shit.
Like, did Jason or Watcher have anything they want to say, about this lady?
Oh, yeah. Yes, certainly. I told her she could live if she surrendered, so don't make me a liar, boss.
Yeah, all right. A liar's one thing I won't make you.
I will make you an honest man. It's time for a shotgun wedding.
Oh, no.
Damn.
He has made him a killer. All right, we're
Placing
back on the
one
ship.
lady with another.
Oh, she was so big for a second.
There you go.
Good, perfect.
The Major has joined the crew.
We'll have to see whether Jason can get us out of this damn station.
I mean, the force field's down. We could just go whoop right out there.
I'm just hoping there's no excuse me. Like, sir, please. What the hell happened to our loading bay?
I don't know anything about that, but I'm in.
You must have gotten our loading bay confused with the one next door. You should check on that.
Yeah, I think we should probably just go.
Yep.
Yeah, Jason, take us out of here.
I punch it, Chewie.
Right,
You
so once
punch
you're
it
done
while
punching
chewing on
the
cup
Wookiee
noodles.
in the face.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Alright.
knocked a Rodian unconscious by hitting him with a med kit.
It was pretty good stuff.
Yeah, good enough. That's cinematic. All right,
Perfect.
so you guys pull the ship out of the hangar bay, and yeah, you can probably get away before there's a response craft coming around to check on the apparent breach.
We
Yeah,
added
well.
some character to the station. It's got flavor now.
It's got what stations
Better
crave.
station. Better station.
Cup noodles.
So yeah, I guess we make the jump to hyperspace and head to one of our secret rendezvous points or something.
That's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
up to you. Where do you guys want to go?
We
As a
don't.
watcher,
You wanna
serves the cup
rendezvous?
noodle has to tell Dr. Vec about the spilled cup noodle on the gunnery console.
Dr. Vec will like look up from the Rhodian like and stare at Watcher like, no.
Look, I
No.
did the thing. Okay, I
like
completely-
medkit gets dropped and like Vec like frantically like dashes for like the turret, shouting, "My electronics!"
I mean,
She
we're
didn't
not.
finish her
Jason got hit by an axe.
Mm-hmm.
Are we otherwise okay?
yeah.
I think I'm the only one that got hurt.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed by how that combat went.
Other than some strain damage, like yeah, Jason's the only one who actually has like 2 wounds now.
Yep. 2 terrible wounds.
Those
I
are-
got. I'm not gonna say what a. Nope.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
What?
It's a
I'll
wound,
tell
a
you
wound
later.
in his soul.
I'll tell you when you're older, Smug.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna suggest like, Jason, take us to rendezvous point Alpha 4, which is just some random spot where we can go.
That's one of the one of Operation Stillwater's little hideaways.
Yeah, why not?
A space bolt hole, if you will.
Oh, that sounds about right. So where is the bolt hole located? Where do you think you guys want to go?
Well, we got to figure out where we need to go next based on the information that Nitet and now perhaps Trum are going to give us.
Yeah, that would determine our next destination, presumably for next session. We don't know where our exact like destination is going to be yet until we get the goods.
We
That
got
is true.
when we arrive at this station, we can I'll log our report of what happened, so that'll get dead dropped back to the Moth. And by the Moth, I mean the Moth, Sanharl. As we're checking that,
Probably
are there
the
any? Are there any
through
like
the Wookiee snuck?
the Wookiee Snook? Are there any reports that have been uploaded from the other team that may be of interest or use to us?
So they apparently, well, Snuck will probably let you guys know that he has sent another operative to the other team to make up for the one that was crushed to death by the baby Rancor.
Mm-hmm.
And that they are still on Nar Shaddaa because their ship received some damage. And he doesn't sound very pleased with them.
Tem groans. Knew we should have assigned an officer to them.
If only they had an engineer with them to repair this ship.
But Tem looks over the dossier of the agent who was sent to assist them, and he nods approvingly. Yeah, she should help keep him in line. Seems level-headed, I'm sure. This Eve. There we go. We've gotten our crossover points in.
Yeah, they haven't checked in to indicate where they're going next.
Okay.
Because they can't get off of Nar Shaddaa.
Well, I guess we're gonna take some downtime. Tem's gonna go and go into his room, which I haven't rebuilt the ship to have rooms yet, but we did in the lore. So in the theater of the mind, we've got individual bunks now, and he's just gonna take a break because that was a pretty harrowing experience for him, despite outward brazenness that he displayed. And he's gonna unwind a bit by, thanks, baby. He's gonna unwind a bit by painting some of his miniatures that he's been working on.
And listening to baby videos on SpaceTube.
Well, those might be some leftovers from his, files that, old letters that he used to listen to on the front, back before everything went to Criff for him.
Oof, that's dark.
What's everyone else doing in this joyful time?
Everyone is being awkward because they can hear Tim crying in his room.
It's the baby video. It's not me.
Is that guy crying?
Jason is probably lying in his bunk because his arm hurts and his chest hurts from when a vibroax collided with him. Probably.
Yeah, that's not great.
And he's
That's
trying
crazy
to
what a
teach
step back
the
can
lizard monkey how to sort small screws and bolts.
Oh, he's gonna
That seems
teach him
interesting.
to teach him to knoll.
Yeah.
And Drum is going to sit in her cell.
Oh.
I guess Watcher will watch her and also probably read stuff because that's what he does.
There was a second H in his name all along. What a twist!
Suddenly it got really creepy.
Thanks, M. Night Shyamalan.
Just kidding. I'm actually a forest fire.
And Natet will eventually come out of it and then just kind of grumpily sit on his bed. Or a
Perfect.
bed. Whose bed is it? It's probably one of your beds.
It's a guest bed, I guess. I mean, we have lots of bunks. We'll just fold another one down from the wall.
He just sits on Jason's chest while he's trying to train the lizard monkey. What the hell are you doing, pal?
Ah, you looked quite comfortable. I thought I would sit here.
Oh, your voice changed again.
I know it. Depending on my mood, my voice changes. Some people think I sound like a Trandoshan sometimes.
I bet.
All right,
nice,
so
nice meeting you.
Nice.
After we take some downtime and relax for a bit, I guess Tem will go and gather the crew into the crew area in the back here, and it's time to plan our next steps. I guess we'll get Trum and Natet in there with us too. Unless no one wants to do that. I mean, do you guys want to keep going? What's up with the consensus?
I'd be fine with breaking it at this point.
Yeah, I'm a sleepy watcher.
And my throat, while I can stay up and would like to keep going, is going to collapse.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's a good breaking point.
I mean, just break on the time to plan our next steps, and him looking meaningfully at our guests. And I guess we'll cut there. So, thanks for joining us. I'd like to thank all of our players tonight. We've got Dr. Vec, played by the incomparable Grimmeth.
That was cool.
What? And we have Jason, played by internet celebrity Archimp Cola, or D. Davis.
Yay, it's me.
Watcher is played by noted author and games translatorman Steven Seagal.
Be games writer now. Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
games writerman.
Sugar.
And Tim Cloudhiker is played by me. I'm Matt, your guide here on Y Caliber. And of course, everyone else in the entire world is played by our GM, Smug.
Otherwise known as Matt Prime. Apparently now some Matt Alpha. Matt Bro. Do you even lift?
I'm just going to go ahead and mute everyone else there, and until the next time, all the best.